This is a pomelo, grapefruit basically. I know grapefruit does well here. I already have one that's pretty neglected and it does fine. So, that's where I think I want it to go. Right, well, I have some exciting things going on today. I'm going to put the final top layer into 2 of the beds. Do you know this? All the beds are wonky. Yeah, I think the whole shape of the thing is supposed to be sort of oblong, but I think it's wonky. Never mind. I'll show you what I'm doing. Don't fall. I know you can buy wildflower mix seeds to spread in your garden and turn your garden into a wildflower meadow. And I had tried that before in the UK, but I don't know. I know the term weed merely refers to a plant in the wrong place, or a plant that you don't want, and that most wildflowers are precisely what a lot of people would call weeds. Well, when I tried to make a meadow, a wildflower meadow in the UK, it just looked like a garden full of weeds. Here, it's a completely different story. I think it must be size. I think if you have actually a meadow, a whole field full of wildflowers, it looks amazing. If you have a small garden with the same wildflowers, I'm afraid they do just look like weeds. Perhaps that's a mindset we have to get out of. Probably is. In here I have put cardboard on the bottom and then some twigs. I have a lot more twigs to add. Now in these other beds here, after the twigs I actually put wool. I had a huge amount of raw wool straight from the sheep. It's local. It's sadly a bit crap for trying to spin, so it's been relegated to the garden, and I thought I had a lot more. I don't. I only have a tiny bit left. So this bed and that one over there will likely not have any wool in it at all. I don't know, I might have to put extra layers of straw, but I actually don't think I've got enough straw left for that either. So yes, it's all very well. People say, oh, raised beds, you need raised beds. And of course, every single year, it'll need more soil put on the top because it will break down and the level in the beds will get less and less. Mind the wet paint. Guess what this is? No, it's not a lemon. It's called a lime quat. I know, I'd never heard of it either. So I had to Google how do you eat lime quats, and apparently you wash them because you eat the skin as well as the fruit, slice it very thinly, and then you can use it in salads or sorbets, desserts, garnishes. So we had a go. Very yum. I just hope I don't kill it. Spring comes early here, and we're never prepared for it. It's like one day it's winter, and the next it's spring. I know it's not officially spring yet, but you just can't deny the evidence of your eyes. Now in this corner of the courtyard I have a hibiscus. This beautiful, huge plant was gifted by a friend, but honestly it's looking a little bit sad and I am concerned. Now she told me that it does lose leaves, and that it's perfectly normal for some leaves to change colour and die and drop off. But this feels like a lot. And I have literally done nothing to it since I got it. It's been here about 3 weeks now. We've had rain, and she said, well, if it's rained, you don't need to water it. So I haven't watered it. But I am concerned. I don't know whether I should do something. If anybody knows, I mean seriously, if anybody does know what I should be doing with that, please tell me. Comment below. I'm really pleased with how the courtyard is shaping up. It's going to take quite a while to have it as full of plants as I would like. And I have yet to see, what with the sun, it's so hot here in the summer. I do have a bit of shade up there. There's a pull-out thing. But I've yet to see which plants are going to go where. And it may well be that in the summer I have to move plants, because that side, that wall there, that is permanently in shade. There is usually about, I don't know, a foot, maybe 1.5 feet of shade down that side. So I could, in the heat of summer, push stuff right up against that wall. This side is going to be baking hot. I've got to buy new pots for these. That's the thing, you see. It's all very well buying the plants, but then you've got to buy the pots as well. Right, I have to repot the lime quat. And I think I'll probably have to do it here, but I'm not going to do it on the stones because I will make a mess. I'd really like a fancier pot than this, but pots cost money. This will help. That is what you call pot bound. It's not got much more room to grow, but I haven't got a bigger pot. Should I put it in that one for now?
Is it much bigger?
It's about 1 inch bigger.
I suppose so, now you've got it out.
I mean, that's the thing, I have now got it.
It was out already, wasn't it, anyway?
Well, it was, yeah, not great.
I mean, there are a couple,
I mean, it's bigger than that
down the
one.
other end, a couple of big plastic ones, I think, in the deposited on the other end.
Really?
I think so. You have to go and look.
I'd need them now. The depositor, okay. Ooh. Are they easy to get at? Now that you've seen the courtyard, let me explain something that I have only just realised after being here 10 years. The courtyard is new as of last year, and it's taken me several months to start putting plants and things into it. We waited a very, very long time for the gates to come. They only just got here last week. Steve is in the process of painting them. As soon as we put the gates on, I suddenly realised what the appeal of the courtyard was. It's ever since we've been here, I desperately wanted this courtyard. And it's because when the gates are shut, it's a small, intimate space, and it's cosy, and a very few amount of plants all pushed together looks like quite a lot. As opposed to the Finca and what is right outside my front door, which is what I refer to as my garden, which is enormous. And you buy 3 rosemary plants and you can't even see them once you've planted them. You know, you seem to need a minimum of 10 of everything just to make the smallest impact. It has taken me 10 years to get my head around gardening on that scale. And gardening on that scale, if I want it to be a flower garden or a garden as opposed to a olive grove, it costs a great deal of money because you literally do have to buy like 10 plants at a time. And then, as quite often happens, no matter how well you look after them, they up and die and you don't know why. Very expensive. But I love my courtyard. And at least with everything being in pots, I can move it around. So if it is getting too much sun in the summer, this is the challenges of the climate here. It's quite wet in winter and it's very, very dry in summer. I think Steve's got a bigger pot. Hoi! What are you? I hope... Oh, there's a creature. I think it's a dog. Must be. Yeah. I think it's a dog. But he was sneaky looking, like a fox. Fox or dog? Must be didn't. A fox or a dog? I couldn't tell. Slinking along there.
You saw it?
Sorry?
You saw it?
Yeah. Must be slunk off. Look, Bonnie's looking. Now she's not happy either. Come up here, I think.
Fox or a dog?
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Colour of a fox, could have been a dog. Saw it back. Yeah, I think because of us being here, he's probably gone. Oh, there's an awful lot that needs to be done, darling, and you know, you can't do everything.
It's a dog, I heard it, just heard it.
It's a dog, is it?
I think so.
Oh, well, that's slightly better. He's not going to come in while we're here anyway. Oh, yes! I didn't realise we had these big pots still.
What?
I didn't realise we had these big pots still.
That's what we used to put the olives in.
I know. But that's perfect. And I've got other, I've been scrabbling round for reasonable sized pots for other plants as well. Okay. Do you think that's too big?
No, it's going to, isn't it?
Excellent. Actually, darling, before I water it and it gets really heavy,
Yeah.
you could help me put these feet under it.
You want me to do what?
Help me put these feet under it. I have these things, and I need these. Obviously, it's all uneven because of the rocks.
Well, it's up off the ground anyway, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the main thing.
Well, won't stop the ants if they want to go in.
No, but it sort of does. Right. I think that's it, guys, for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the very long, slow development of the garden and the courtyard. It's like a game of cricket. It's going to develop very slowly, unfurl and unfold, and hopefully there will be a few exciting moments, which quite often there isn't in cricket. We came to see the Finca before we bought it in February, and there were green grass, but certainly there were no flowers. So the next time we saw it was in March, beginning of April, when we actually had bought the place, and it looked like this. We felt like we'd bought fairyland. Oh, this has to be one of the most beautiful places on earth. We are so fortunate to be here.